Hello, friends, and welcome to our first episode. I'm getting a little bit of lag because it just started recording. I need to give it a second for my computer to catch up. But we are going to be doing the first episode of our Shattered Space playthrough. I already gave the load order, but let's go into gameplay settings real quick here and take a look at what we are going to do. So enemy combat, I'm going to turn that up to hard. But for basically everything, it is like the default until we get here with Bedlam, and then Starborn Among Us. We get some differences. And then on our Dark Star, we have that turned up to punish me. So we're auto-saving a little bit here, but we are going to go ahead and start this thing. So let's at least go through our crew a little bit here. So we are going to be playing with Torin. He is from Watchtower. I still want to experience his dialogue, so I'm keeping him. Benjamin Dune, he is right here. Same deal. I want to experience his dialogue. And Derek, so we have a small fire team with us for this. We do have the difficulty turned up a little bit. I need to make sure that I get myself a few med packs before we go. Med pack. I'll take all 12 of them. Should be enough for this. But let's get started. We did get some good questions about mods, and I'll try to answer those in the in-between periods while we are going through the Oracle. But let's get going here. I actually really do enjoy this DLC. Contrary to popular belief, it's actually a good DLC. It does have a little bit of deficiencies, and we'll discuss those. But I think it's mainly... Let's play.
We are anomalous readings. Member crew have been analyzed. Do not repeat. Not board.
Told us to not board. Well, we're gonna board anyways because what else are we gonna do? Let's board it.
This is Sirac on the start Oracle. We are anomalous readings. Member crew have been analyzed. Do not repeat. Not board.
Alright, 0 Gs. I am really bad at 0 G combat. Just an FYI, I'm like terrible at it. So this is probably going to be a crapshoot for me. But let's go ahead and explore this place a little bit before we head deeper in. And you know what? Okay, my inventory's pretty clear, so we're good on that front. But I guess one question that was asked about mods is how does one handle both Nexus mods and Creations at the same time? Now, this is not something I have first-hand experience with as an Xbox player, but I do know the answer. So there's a piece of software called Vortex that you can use to manage mods, and it's pretty easy with Creations. Basically, you would just install the creations the normal way with this, so basically through the creations menu, and then you would do your Nexus mods, and then you would place those Nexus mods into like the staging folder for Vortex. At that point, you're going to go to your plugin tab on Vortex and hit refresh, and what's going to happen is it will recognize all the creations you downloaded, and then right on that tab you can kind of shift stuff around if necessary, including the creations. So pretty easy process to manage both creations and stuff on Nexus. This is only going to pertain to people that play on PC, as if you play on Xbox like me, this is not possible to access like Nexus mods. Interesting.
I cannot give up.
So if you've ever seen the movie Event Horizon, it's a little bit of a cult classic. It did not do well in the theaters, but very similar cinematography to this whole setup on this intro quest here. I would suggest watching the movie, by the way. It's a really good movie. It just happened to drop around the same time as a lot of other sci-fi classics, so it didn't do well in theaters at the time, but it definitely has a cult following. What is over here? I don't think I ever explored down here. We got a dead body, though. Where'd the dead body go? There it is. We're gonna try and find all the like data slates from here and make sure we do read them. So that's my answer to the first question, which is pertaining to mainly PC gamers. PC, they do have a lot more options than Xbox. Not that Creations is lacking, but, you know, with Nexus, you get a little bit more. And any slates or computers we can click on. We do have that whiteboard there. Very well designed. Well cluttered.
Basira, hold on. You are strong. Concentrate. I'm trying, Sarah, but it's getting worse. I can feel my mind slipping. Fragmented. I'll become one of them. You have to get away from me. No, I will not leave you here. It's pointless! We share this fate! This is our end! The great... No! No! It's happening! Sarok, run! I can't stop it! Basira!
Me too. I hate zero-G combat. I find it so difficult to control stuff. We got a log, though. He's still talking.
Is someone there or... My mind turns against me. I must return to engineering and make one last attempt to restore the power.
All right. Let's read the log. I got a whole bunch of codexes in here. Basira's log. Great Serpent, there is so few of us left, and while I have spent my entire life in devotion to you, I find myself afraid of death, of what is to come. Perhaps we are the cliché delving too deep into things better left unknown, paying the price for trying to glimpse too much. Forgive our curiosity, our selfishness, our pride. We only wish to truly find you, but it seems we will still meet in the traditional way, in death. I like the phrasing of this, delving too deep. Very reminiscent of the dwarves in Moria, delved too deep and too greedily in Moria. I guess, yeah, the Varun did delve a little bit too
My
deep
friend.
into science here and trying to gain knowledge that's probably a little bit things you shouldn't be trying to seek. I'm not going to open up every chest, but I am going to collect all the slights. I don't want this to be a lock-picking episode, if you catch my drift. I will unlock-pick doors, though. Very reminiscent of Event Horizon. If you do watch it, it's a very good sci-fi flick, but there's a lot of scenes where they're kind of like coming onto this spaceship and there's like dead bodies and debris. 140.
Vanish. Probably for the best.
This is why I hate Zero-G. The weapons I like to use like fly me all over the place. Oh dear God.
I never saw that coming. Well, that's that.
I think that's all. I think we got all of them. Let's reload the gun. Let's go back over here. Do not touch the blue stuff. Blue stuff is bad. There we go. Xerox log 1.
Xerox et al. Post-incident log. Something has gone horribly wrong. We were in orbit directly above Dasra, monitoring our current experiments when we experienced a sudden energy surge. I fear the source came from the city itself. It triggered our Grav Drive and jumped the Oracle to an unknown location. We thought members of the crew were somehow lost in the jump. But later, we were attacked by what I will refer to as Vortex phantoms. I thought I recognized some of them. Could it be that the energy surge has somehow transformed them and warped their minds?
All right, we have reference of the beings we're shooting at. I hate zero gravity. Find the engineering bay. Advance lock. Yeah, I will be unlocking doors. I'm not going to be opening chests unless I think there's something... That was the wrong one. Yeah, unless I think there's like something specific in a chest, I'm probably not going to open it. Or if I think there might be like good loot, like end chests, I'll unlock
Gosh,
those.
that was quick. Well done.
Okay. I'd just like to say I was specifically told by Benjamin Duden's mod author to not bring him here because he behaves poorly, and he seems to be just doing just fine, so.
Hi, Dan.
Bye.
Scanning.
I do want the Vortex shard. Superior hard target. Basically why I don't like zero Gs. I find it difficult to control my character.
This is Sirac Vital. Post-incident log. After the initial jump, areas of the Oracle have somehow been sectioned off by strange energy fields or barriers. The fields allow no one to pass and are somehow able to repel, almost teleport, the trespasser back. I am certain these new fields are related to the Vortex phantoms. Both resonate with the same energy pattern. The exact same pattern we were studying for Anasco's experiments. Something happened in Dasra. And if the situation is bad here, I fear for our brethren in the city.
Okay, we're getting reference that something may have happened in the city. Kind of, you know, slow rolling the story here. Son of a bee. Where'd he go? What the? Like, you gotta be careful, because these guys, like, will straight up teleport behind you. Ah!
Guess the shadows swallowed him up.
Ah! Where'd he go? Where'd he go? You son of a bee. And I'm like really concerned because like with the teleporting, I'm concerned how that is going to behave with Dark Star running. Like, is it going to get super duper crazy? Because like they try to flank you, and I couldn't imagine these guys have the capacity to teleport, that they would just straight up just start teleporting right behind me and shooting me in the back. And not to mention they're like level 140 and I'm like level 80 here, so they're what I would say is a substantial bit higher than me. We have a chest down here. Okay. So it's gonna try to get you to like, I think there's a switch over here you're supposed to push to kind of shoot that thing, but you can use gravity well to move those. So is that what, 3? I'm gonna throw... Uh-oh. He's right behind me.
All that tension and now nothing? Stay sharp.
Uh-oh, I'm sorry. I cannot control myself. I hate zero-G combat.
What do you
It's below us. Well, let's check out the stalls. Let's see if there's anything interesting to know. Sometimes there's interesting stuff in here. What's that on the ground? I think we got candles.
need something?
Nothing really.
Hey Dan, I've got something for you.
Oh, thank you. I do like toast. Okay, I believe there are baddies around here. Jesus, Derek, you scared the crap out of me. Oh!
We were in the middle of a fight.
I can't even shoot them. Did you get him? I hope you guys got him. Engineering bay. We will open this chest because it may have something important in it or something story related. I think there's something story related in this room, if memory suits me correctly. I might be playing a little bit with the difficulty throughout this because I'm not sure if hard is going to be the most appropriate difficulty for me. So bear with me throughout this series as I slowly adjust things. Nothing really.
Hi, Dan.
Harder times. Reaping chapter 1. The one thing in blah blah blah. Okay, so this is interesting. So like a lot of the books in the base game are you know, copyright free material, and they'll just have like the first like blurb paragraph. So what they did for Shattered Space was Harder Times. It's a play on the book Hard Times. And it's a rewrite for Dazra. Oh god.
Pretty sure we've got company.
I know we got company. I'm stuck. I don't even know where they're at. Keep jumping. Uh-oh. You're dead now. I'm lagging out a little bit. Oh, someone shot me in the back. Who shot me in the back? Someone's back here. Don't know where they are. It's so, like, I could use the plasma rifle, but it does not do enough damage. Uh-oh.
You're not alone.
I know we're not alone. I don't know where he went. They keep teleporting all around. I think he's underneath us. He teleported a deck down. Let's try going in this area here. I think this is the wrong area. I think we might need to go up one more. Yeah. Ah! I hate when that happens. Don't go in the blue stuff. So the funny thing is, I have a very different opinion from most people about like zero-G combat. I loathe it because I find it extremely difficult to control my character. But like that was like one of the common things people said when the game first came out. Like, I wish there was more zero-G combat. And it's like, are you serious? Let's read that. I am writing this in what may be my final moments because Basira thought it might ease my mind, but I believe that that is an impossibility given the circumstances. After arguing with her for longer than I would like to admit, here I am writing regardless. I believe I have come to accept my impending death. Perhaps my greater faith in the Great Serpent allows for this. My colleague, Emerson, has succumbed to his weakness and retreated to the crew quarters. You would think our chief of engineering would have a greater resolve. It is a good thing I am no warden, only a lowly scientist. Unlike many, I have no friends or family that will miss me, and the feeling is mutual. My only regret is not having the chance to complete the path of redemption one last time. Now that I have written some, I know for a fact that I feel no better. I will, however, take great pleasure in telling Basira she was wrong. So these were the two people talking in the beginning. And that opened our door right here. We got another dead body. I'm going to attempt to loot it. Just credits. I think we're going to have some more reading here. Safety Protocol 12.5 enacted. Due to a power shortage, the secondary power cell has been ejected to prevent catastrophic failure. The second power cell must be reconnected to restore full power. It's Safety Protocol 12.5. In the event of a power surge, the secondary power cell unit will be ejected to prevent a breach of capacity, which would lead to catastrophic failure of the Oracle's power supply. This action preserves the secondary power cell in case the primary power cell is damaged. The primary power cell remains in place to maintain emergency power for life support. A licensed engineer is required to confirm the safety and function of the power array. Once confirmation is received, the secondary power cell may be moved back into place. Once reconnected to the array, a mainframe reboot will be required to properly re-establish all connections throughout the Oracle station. Reconnect the secondary power cell. Confirm.
Serpent's baby. One of the power cells dislodged in the last jump. The gravity. Restoring the gravity may pull the cell into place. If I can get to the control room, if I can No! They are coming!
They are coming. They are
All
coming.
that tension now.
I don't even know where they're at. Ow, 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 ow.
1 second here.
It's too
Next.
chaotic.
We're gonna catch you hot now.
Take a health pack. Okay. So whatever it is we need to do is above us. It's in there. Okay, so we also, I see one of Sirac's things is nearby. There it is. It's log
This is
4.
Iraq Vital. Post-incident log. I am one of the few remaining unaffected crew on the Oracle. Nadine, Basira, and Taras are the only others I was able to find. I fear it is just a matter of time before we succumb to this energy that is turning the others. How long will we last? And will my mind be strong enough to hold out when my time comes? Basira and I have programmed the Oracle to return to Varun Kai's orbit once it is able. All of our research will automatically be transmitted the moment we are within Dasra's range. I pray our work here was not in vain.
So the other modding question that was asked was, what types of mods do you avoid? So I can kind of explain that. For the most part, I do avoid a lot of graphical overhauls. I think for most of them, they are overhyped and underdeliver, and usually cause major issues. And then I also avoid like a lot of skin and texture mods, and this is mainly due to like a lot of times like mod authors really poorly optimize those things. Like they make it for like someone on like a high-end PC, and they're not really considering people on like an Xbox Series S. There it is. I very much cannot wait to get gravity on in this station.
These damn controls! Why will they not respond to me? Work, damn you!
Probably respond to me. Warning, station is utilizing emergency power. Due to safety protocol 12.5, gravity has been disabled for energy conservation. Enable gravity. Thank
Warning,
God.
gravity procedure initiated. Please check your surroundings to ensure personal safety. Restoring gravity in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. We got gravity on. Very good thing. We do need to find that other piece of Xerox journal that was
Isn't this fun?
number 3, I believe. We found 4. We might have passed up 3. If I have to, we will double back for it because
Okay, following in this awkward position.
so down there is where we need to go.
Yes.
Okay, we already been through here. All right.
Yes!
Ow. Come on. Let's fix that. I should have an immobilizer here. At least I believe I have some. Yes, I do. But yeah, as far as like mods that I avoid, I typically avoid things that try to make the game look pretty. And that's just mainly due to kind of like a lot of times those things can be like poorly optimized, and you might get a pretty look, but you also get like hitching and frame rate issues. And you know, honestly, frame rate's bad enough already, unlike the Series S, where like, you know, I play at 30 FPS. I don't mind that, to be honest, but we already read the safety protocol. Let's reconnect the secondary power cell. Confirm.
Power cell connected. Report to operations for system reboot.
Paste. Credits. Anguished Vortex Phantom. Very cool name. Ba 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 ba. Oh. Nadine's log. It almost made it away. But not quite. Nadine, let's read your log. As I write this, there are 3 of us left. Sirach, Basira, and myself. We have all accepted the inevitability that either we're destined to fall victim to these vortex phantoms, as Sirach calls them, or we're destined to become them. I pray it's the latter. One final step into the unknown. The mortal aspect of me fears the change, but the scientific aspect hopes to embrace it. To my fellow scientists and loved ones, do not mourn me. Know that I bore witness to unimaginable things here. My only regret is not having the tools to properly study them. But, as I said, death is upon me, and all mysteries are soon to be solved. Very optimistic about her death. Okay, let's get out of here. There we go. I would like to
Something
find,
on your mind?
before we leave this outpost, or not outpost, but the Oracle, we will find the last, whatchamacallit, last of Sirach's little stuff here, and we're going to look around a little bit. I just want to make sure that... Oh, why am I picking up these pylons? I just want to make sure we found all the documentation in here, because there is a fair amount of storytelling with the slates and all. Please hurry up, Derek. Before we go down there, let's look around here. It was a hot one today. It was like 95 inside my house, just absolutely miserable. But I was beating the heat by... I took a towel, got it nice and wet, and then threw it in my freezer. And like kind of draped that over my neck. Very good method to like cool yourself down in like really warm temperatures. Uh-oh. A little bit easier with the ground. Okay. Combat music's still playing, but it appears we are out of combat. Also, something else. I'm probably going to disable the Starborn boost pack I have when we play on Varun Kai. And this is kind of for very specific reasons. I think Shattered Space was meant for you to be on the ground, and the Starborn boost pack kind of it allows you to fly, so like, you know, I could skip over a whole ton of content that was intended for players to kind of run into by just flying over it. So this was that room. I want to find that last slate. I believe it was number 3. We have like little beds here. It's our shower restroom area. I believe it came through here.
Hi, Dan. Need something?
Oh god.
Feel that? Something skulking around.
Yep. Where'd he go? I don't know where he's at. Okay, we're gonna move on. Here it is. Here's the last journal entry. I think somehow I missed it. There's also a computer.
Sirac Vetal, post-incident log. The Oracle has continued to jump. It is completely out of our control. Not only that, but I believe the initial surge of energy we experienced is transformative. With each passing day, more of the crew succumb to whatever residual energy we were exposed to. Most are instantly hostile, but we discovered some are able to retain a sense of self. At least, momentarily.
Okay. Trauma pack. I believe we got all the slates, but let's read Sirac's computer. Entry 1. Something terrible has happened. While I try to remain analytic in my logs, I find myself terrified for all of us here aboard the Oracle. Oh, I'm sorry there. Caught something in my throat. We have lost so many already. We had no time to prepare. How could we, when it is our very friends and coworkers who turn on us in an instant? And even if we had proper time to react, how do we bring ourselves to kill those same people? Entry 2. The Oracle has jumped again, spurring on a second wave of transformations. We are losing too many too quickly. And what if the station continues to jump? Corin and I tried to reach the operations center to see what we could regain control, to see if we could regain control of the station, but it is overrun with aggressive phantoms. Corin did not survive. May the serpent embrace him. Basira enlisted my aid in creating a new protocol for the Oracle to follow if we can only reboot the mainframe. Perhaps Nadine can help us reconnect to the operations controls through my computer here in order to install it. Thank the Great Serpent for small victories. Nadine was able to help us connect to the operations mainframe and install the new protocol. Now all we need to do is force the Oracle's mainframe to reboot and hope it prevents the random jumps we are experiencing. Once rebooted, the Oracle is now programmed to return to Varun-Kai's orbit and transfer all of our research data. All we need to do is last long enough to reboot the mainframe somehow. Only a handful of us remain. Nadine, Basira, and Taras. Nadine believes we can force the Oracle to shut down if we can reach the engineering bay. But we all know that our hostile brethren await us there. Okay, some interesting reading. What kind of book did you have? Shadow House. So this is a prayer. Hold on. I think we are going to read Shadow House real quick. Okay, in prayer. Dazra, the shrouding is near here, and a herald preaching in the scaled citadel. Implacable Varun-Kai weather. As much dust in the streets as if the waters had but newly, retired from the face of the planet. And it would not be wonderful to meet an ancient Achilles 40 feet long or so, waddling like an avatar of the great serpent, wandering up Janan Plaza, smoke lowering down from the chimney pots, falling gently to the ground, with flakes of ash and dust, abundant and forlorn, gone into morning. One might imagine as the hulk of the morning blocks out the sun, groats, undistinguishable in mirror. Our own people, scarcely better, dirty to their eyeballs. Foot passengers jostling one another in a general injection of ill temper and losing their foothold at street corners where dozens of other foot passengers have been slipping and sliding since the day broke, if this day ever broke, adding new deposits to the crust upon crust of dirt, sticking at those points tenaciously to the pavement, and accumulating at compound interest. But praise him, for the great serpent sees our glorious suffering and tests both our humor and resolve. Considered by some experts to be the best novel Charak Varun had ever written, Shadow House is a scathing satire of life in Dazra, a true testament to our belief in and reliance on the, infinitesimal benevolence of the great serpent. I wish I could turn the font bigger. It was kind of like hard to read for me because like the font was so small.
Don't worry, Dan. I'm right behind you.
I'm lagging a little bit. I can see the game is lagging. But we are going to go there now. Yes. Can I take that elevator? No. Okay. Normally I would have to wander up here, but because I have that Starborn boost pack, I can just jump up here. Can I open this? Yes. There should be some combat up ahead.
Oh, how amusing.
Let me just quick save. Let's stealth over.
The Vortex phantoms. Where did they go? Something is wrong.
best.
I can't even see anything. He died before he teleported. Poor man. We need to find Sirach's body. This... And... Okay, one of them's still alive. It's right here. Let's find Sirach's body. Nah, I don't want the Koza. Where the heck did you die at, Sirach? I could have sworn it was... Okay, it was right over here. I think you still have something on you. Operations, access card... Operations lab, computer. We got some experiments to read. Thank God the font is bigger. Observations report. Initial tests to utilize Grav Drive technology to open a sustained bubble have failed. We were hoping the ability to test in a true zero-G environment may provide more insight, but so far our data has failed to show any promising leads. Experiment 79-685.13. Observation report. Several attempts with the failed results. There was no evidence of any prolonged amount of time when an object jumps from point A to point B. A series of adjustments in our theoretical equation will be necessary. It will take some time to reconstruct a working algorithm. The last experiment. Another failure. Under our newest calculation, we discovered the Oracle may be unable to allot sufficient power to our laboratory test bed without needing to cut off necessary utilities. We have received permission to move forward with engineering project ID 79354, which Dr. Bosavic believes will give us the power we need to conduct a successful experiment. Okay. Initiate mainframe reboot.
Mainframe reboot initiated. Commencing protocol. Station lockdown completed. All major systems on standby. Mainframe reboot completed. Warning, station jump procedure initiated. Please check your surroundings to ensure personal safety. Jump in 3, 2, 1. Execute. Jump completed. Station lockdown released. Initiating data transfer. Incoming transmission.
This is Dasra calling the Oracle station. We've received your transmission.
What do you need?
Your orders are to send a representative down here immediately. It appears we have much to discuss.
All right.
Scanning.
I believe there was a computer somewhere we missed, which detailed the other experiment that was referenced in that. It also talked about the vortexes. I don't know where that computer is, though.
Keep moving forward. That's the spirit.
I'm kind of lagging out here, hardcore. This is my internet. It's one of the problems with cloud gaming. Like, I can get good recording doing it, but every once in a while my internet starts chugging, and it's really not conducive for cloud gaming. Should we try and find that last terminal? I think it's in engineering. Maybe it's right here.
That's a little too close.
It's gonna bother me. I'm gonna give this like 2 minutes. If we don't find that computer, we'll just move on. But it does detail a little bit about the vortexes. We'll end up figuring out more later on in the story. But definitely will bother the heck out of me if I don't find it. This isn't it. Nope.
Hi, Dan.
Maybe it's up here.
Great, I'm bleeding.
I'm sorry. Maybe we should already unlock that. Let's unlock this. Maybe it's something's in here. Do I have any singles? No, no singles. So I need to use 2 doubles. Nope, I'm here. Nothing ever good in locked chests. Basically not even worth opening. Okay, nothing. Butt kiss. Okay. Let's move on. We already checked that. Derek, you very much are in the way. Thank you. I think we already went through there. Let's turn here. See what is here. I've already been here. Okay. I don't know where the last computer is. It's somewhere. It talks a little bit about the Vortex phantoms and their observations of it. It doesn't reveal too much, but take that in consideration with the storytelling here. There is another thing I can't find. Oh. Too high. Hit the ceiling. We need to take a screenshot. So... let's get a little bit lower. Tilt the camera up. That's good. Like that. Brightness a little bit. Let's get it a little deeper blue here. Turn up that contrast. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Simple. Okay. But so far, I think this intro is very good, despite the fact that I don't like zero-G combat, but that's mainly due to skill issues. And, not the fact that, you know, people don't like zero-G combat. Most people actually do like zero-G combat. I'm just an odd fellow where I don't particularly like it. I find it difficult to control. But we're going to go here. Next episode, what we are going to do is we are going to do like the little initiation quest. And we are also going to do the quest that the dispute between the two brothers. I forget what it's called, but I will make sure to put it in the description of this video. Let me know your thoughts about those two quests. Very simple quests, will not be too... how do I say this? Combat heavy. It's going to be rather role play and dialogue heavy. Oh, what was that? Space Adept. Nah.
My friend.
So that's our intent for the next episode, which I might record tomorrow. Basically, the only reason I didn't record this sooner was it was been hot as all heck, and I was trying to wait till it's going to cool down, and apparently it's going to cool down tomorrow, so it'll be a little bit easier for me to record, because like my glasses are steaming up here. It gets a little bit difficult to read. There's my fleet. They somehow made the jump with me. Good on them. But yeah, tomorrow we should record another episode. These are easy for me to put up, but yeah, by all means, please let me know your thoughts on the next couple quests, or any kind of like modding topics you'd like to discuss. And I may be turning up the difficulty to very hard. We didn't see any elite enemies, but that wasn't too challenging. Well, the 0G aspect of it made it challenging, but the enemies weren't too challenging. Alright, let's take a quick pan. Wow. Gorgeous. Alrighty. We're gonna call it there. I think this is a good stopping point, and we will pick this up tomorrow. Also, I do have a video coming out about Forgotten Frontiers 2. Please check that out when it does go live. It'll probably be sometime over the weekend. I still have a little bit more to play. I am going to save my game. And as always, please enjoy the rest of your night.